What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And today we're going to be talking about a neighborhood down in Texas that is probably not having a great day. And that's because there's a neighborhood in Texas with a poisonous snake on the loose and nobody knows where it is. I don't really know how you lose track of those things. This is one of those things, like one of four things you have to keep track of. You know, firearms, snakes, and like children. You have to know where they're at. Someone managed to actually lose a poisonous snake in a residential neighborhood, and yeah, the entire place is on lockdown. Animal control's on the lookout. I just feel like it's got to be a pretty hard time finding a snake in an entire neighborhood. Like, that's like fighting a needle in a haystack. Regardless, the headline that really caught my attention today was, "A loose venomous cobra is terrorizing this Texas suburb." Which, you know, I feel like is a pretty apt description. I feel like if you were used to going on a nightly walk with your husband and your kids, you know, and all of a sudden you couldn't because a cobra was just laying in the sewers trying to strike you like the It clown, it would be a little bit of a mood killer. I just feel like Texas at this point has to start getting some animal laws. You know what I mean? Like, okay, they had Joe Exotic and Tiger King. Obviously, a bunch of rednecks owning tigers might not be the greatest thing in the world. But on top of that, they're like, oh, whatever, poisonous snakes too? Yeah, you don't need any license for it. Just throw them in a cage and have yourself a good time. Realistically, it was like more of a miracle that this hadn't happened yet already, considering how many just wild poisonous animals and like exotic animals are in Texas. I'm surprised we don't hear about this more often. You know, the guy who owned the snake has to be embarrassed too, bro. He's like, ah, God, I'm the guy that ruined the neighborhood. Great. The 4th of July barbecue's gonna be awkward. Everyone's gonna be giving him dirty looks. Like, way to go, Jerry. Remember when you had to get us evacuated for 2 days? That sucked. Anyways, let's get back to the article. You know the work of the Houston Tiger. Now meet the Grand Prairie Cobra. Officials are warning residents of the Dallas suburb about a pet venomous West African banded cobra that got loose from its home. This snake was planning a prison break, dude. It was finally breaking out of there. It's like, dude, I don't actually want to eat rats. Are you kidding me? I'm in Texas. Give me Whataburger. Snakes escaping has always confused me because I know they're warm-blooded, right? And like heat lamps are in there, or cold-blooded, sorry. So I don't know why they wouldn't just be chilling in the tank. You got a lamp to keep you warm. You got unlimited food. Sure, whatever. Every now and then a weird dude with a beer belly comes over and looks at you while picking the lint out of his belly button. You know, it's Texas. You got to deal with what you got to deal with. How long do you think this guy was looking for it by himself before he called animal control on the cops? Because there's one of two possibilities, right? Only because it's an American. He either did everything he could to find it, he tore apart his house, he looked around the neighborhood and was like, crap, I'm really stuck, you know, I got a call. Or he did the American thing, lost it, and went, well, I tell you what, my tax dollars pay for animal control for a reason, so they're going to be the ones to round this up. In fact, it's their fault that I did not have a lock on the cage. Only Americans can somehow manage to turn everything into not their fault. You know, you're the reason your snake got loose? No, you're not. Just sue somebody and blame it on them. It had to be Texas, dude. Texas and Florida are just the two places where GTA is like possibly existing at any given time in the United States. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere in Florida or Texas was a real Trevor from GTA. There's just too much craziness going on there for there not to be some GTA characters, you know? Like, you can't tell me that Joe Exotic wouldn't have belonged in a video game. This guy wearing like a paramedic jacket who owns 80 tigers? That's what Texas brings to the table. Florida's definitely crazier, but the reason Texas doesn't have as bad of a rap is because Florida exists. Macy Jenkins reports that the Cobra owners were calling animal services on Tuesday to report that the Cobra had escaped while building an in-home enclosure for the snake. The Cobra has been missing since 5 p.m. If we would have just had a lock on the cage, there wasn't a lock, the unnamed owner told Fox 4, it could have been simply handled. What an idiot, bro. Like, I'm sorry, okay, obviously everybody's gonna make mistakes, but you're telling me you're enough of a reptile wrangler, right? That, like, you own a poisonous snake, first of all. I'm really hoping this guy wasn't the guy's first snake. Like, alright, I'm a bit of a beginner, let me jump into poisonous ones. But beyond that, you're confident enough where you are building an in-home enclosure for this poisonous snake. And at no point did you think about locking the cage? I feel like that's poisonous snake 101. Oh, this thing could kill me if it bit me? Better leave it unlocked and unsupervised for an extended period of time. Like, what is wrong with you? What did you expect to happen, bro? And of course he called animal control, bro. I told you, it's America, dude. I guarantee you one of two things happened and we were right. I told you. 5 p.m. on Tuesday, dude. It just like clocked in on the 9 to 5 shift and clocked out and escaped. It was like, all right, 9 a.m. I showed up for work. It's time for me to go home to the wife and kids now. Picked up his like suit and briefcase and dipped. No wonder he stayed unnamed. If I was the snake owner, I would not want to be the guy known for this either. Like, the entire neighborhood is pissed at you, and you just, are getting interviewed with the news. Please don't print my name. Like, I would really prefer it if nobody knew who I was. Yeah, do you mind us asking why you want to be anonymous? I don't know, maybe it's the fact that I was dumb enough to leave the poisonous snake unlocked and it escaped. I wouldn't really want to be the guy known for that either, dude. I'm surprised they let him remain anonymous, though. Like, I think this would have been the perfect opportunity to troll him and just print his name even though he asked for it not to. I feel like you maybe lose the right to that when you release the poisonous snake. Jokes aside, though, dude, you should probably be outside looking for it, not talking to the news station. That might be a little bit more helpful to finding your poisonous snake. Grand Prairie Animal Services, the owner and a venomous snake apprehension professional, could not locate the snake that night after searching in and around the house. Grand Prairie police are asking residents to call and report any snakes they see believed to be the missing Cobra without approaching or attempting to capture the snake. Man, this is Texas. You know for a fact every cowboy with a 10-gallon hat's gonna be like, "Ooh-wee, I'm gonna catch me a cobra." I also love how Animal Services couldn't find it, and they're like, "All right, good Samaritans, if you guys see it, you give us a call." Like, okay, you guys are just giving up on the search, you looked around the house one time, and all right, it's not here, obviously, we tried. Could you imagine, like, all the soccer moms in the neighborhood get together with rakes? They're just, like, looking for the snake dude rioting because their kids can't go ride their bicycles in the street right now, so they can't drink wine and watch Desperate Housewives. I still can't believe this guy let it out, bro. Obviously a professional reptile wrangling specialist, okay? And just not having the experience to lock the cage. Steve Irwin would be ashamed. I don't understand why we let people own poisonous snakes, though. That one just seems kind of dumb to me. Obviously, go America, do what you want to do, but, like, how did that ever get passed in the first place? I understand owning a python, you want to own a snake that's not poisonous, by all means, but, like, you probably should need a special permit or something to own a poisonous snake, right? I feel like that's just the bare minimum. Could you imagine? I brought a king cobra. Daryl, you've never owned a snake. Yeah, but I bought the king one because I like to be the king of stuff. But if it does get you, the bite is possibly fatal depending on your body type, and there's no anti-venom available for the cobra's poison. Yeah, great idea. This isn't the first time a cobra has gotten loose in Texas. Back in 2015, a cobra bit and killed its owner before getting loose in the Lowe's parking lot in Austin. Dude, alright, hold the phone. This guy bought a poisonous snake, already a questionable decision. I'm already a little bit judgmental of that, but he picked the snake that doesn't have anti-venom for its poison. What? Why would you ever make that decision? You know what? You want to own a poisonous snake? As I said, I guess if you're experienced enough, more power to you. But you might want to make sure it's one that if an accident does happen, you can save your life and not just be screwed. I don't care how good of an animal specialist you are. Animals are still animals, and you still might get bit. Even if you've worked with snakes for your entire life, it's probably not worth playing with a snake that has no anti-venom. This makes me not want to go outside if I'm in this neighborhood even more. Like, I would already be like, I don't know if I'm gonna go looking for the snake. But on top of that, hey, if you guys see anything, please just let us know. Oh, and by the way, if you get bit, you're probably gonna die. Like, it's just is what it is. We have no anti-venom. They said that after the soccer teams were already scouring the area for the snake. Imagine all the dogs that are gonna be kept inside for the next couple of days. I don't know where this cobra is. I know for a fact that if I might die, my dog is screwed. All because one guy just didn't want to lock the cage. Way to go, man. I understand you wanted to remain unnamed, and I don't blame you because clearly you would be being made fun of by everybody in the neighborhood, bro. I also gotta think that the neighborhood has to know who it is. Like, call me crazy, but I feel like the guy that owns poisonous snakes probably is known around the neighborhood as the lizard dude. Like, I don't know if he's actually staying as anonymous as he thinks he is. Yeah, I wonder how that snake got loose. Could it be the guy that owns 80 of them, or one of the other neighbors that owns none? I wonder. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I would really appreciate you taking a quick second to press the like button. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought of the video. And of course, subscribe if you're new. If you're a member here on the channel, I really, really appreciate it. You guys are absolute G's. If you want to support the channel even more, you can use code Scrubae at the G Fuel checkout. It gives you a discount on the best energy drink for gamers by gamers. My podcast, The Scuffedcast, can be found in the link down below. And, of course, if you look on screen now, you will see the coolest merch to ever exist in the history of the planet, which can also be found in the description. But, yeah, on that note, guys, I think that's everything I've got to plug. I'm going to go look for the poisonous snake that escaped now. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.